My Rack of the Week videos mostly feature straight pool racks played by myself, but also Thorsten Homan, Ruslan Chinakov, Johnny Archer, Darren Appleton, Efren Reyes, John Schmidt, Earl Strickland, Little Chris, and Jason Shaw. Well, let me ask you, what's missing from this picture? Long hair. I apologize. It is about time we look at some champion female straight pool players. This week I'm featuring Kristina Tkach. This is 2 racks of straight pool from a run of 124 that she made about 6 years ago. Let's go. Welcome to this week's Rack of the Week. Starting in the middle of the run, and Kristina has an inside angle on the break shot. Saw her walk over and look at the angle of the shot. Watch her head when she strokes this ball. Absolutely zero head movement. Just the stroking arm moved. Boy, couldn't we all take a lesson from that. Beautiful shot. Notice also, she didn't try to overpower that ball. Let me see if I back this up. Let's look at it again, if I can. Yeah. Watch the cue ball this time. We watched her head be still. Watch the cue ball this time. She's shooting with a center ball, looks like. Cue ball hit that 2 and just backed up 1.5 feet to center table. Some would call that old school straight pool. I call that a perfect break shot. She didn't try to smash the rack like Thorsten Homan. Just open up the balls. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls that are loose, and then the rest are clustered. Now look at her walking around. I call that stalking the table. What she's looked at already is where she needs to get the cue ball along this line so that she can see the 3 past the 9. So one thing that Kristina does excellent is she points to where she wants the cue ball for the next shot. So she didn't just bend down and shoot the 5. Notice what she just did. I'm going to hit pause. She pointed her cue stick approximately here. Why would she do that? Because she wants the cue ball, after she makes the 3, to go to the bottom rail and up here. Because then she can shoot this ball into the corner, open the rack, and she's got 2 insurance balls. Possibly the 9, more likely this ball. That's just great straight pool. Let's see what the execution's like. Ooh, looks like she hit that a little soft. So, not very happy with that. But she was unhappy for about 0.5 seconds, and now she's going to deal with it. So what do you do here? She's already made up her mind. You're dead straight on this ball. So that's the easiest shot. You could shoot this ball, but what are you going to do next? Are you going to try and draw the ball back here and get it off the rail somehow? I like the fact that Kristina went immediately to the best shot. Look what she just did. Oh, man. Not only did she point where she wants the cue ball to stop, she pointed to this point on the rail, and then I think about here's where she just pointed with her cue stick. Beautiful stroke, positive stroke through the ball. Cue ball went essentially exactly where she wanted. Now this is a back cut. Look what she did. Walked over behind the shot line, way over here, and looked at it. Watch her head when she strokes the ball. Beautiful, slow backstroke. Head didn't move a millimeter. That was a recovery shot. That was not an easy shot. She was kind of out of line there, but and this is still a difficult rack at this point. Just great fundamentals. Boy, we can all learn from that. Now, when you look at this table, this is pretty tough. Probably one of these balls here is going to be the break shot. Got an up table ball, got a combination, and got tied up balls here. Boy, it almost looks impossible, doesn't it? But you got to look a little bit with a little bit clearer eyes. The combinations, very easy. If you get the cue ball down below here, you can cut this 15 in and then come back around to get the 8. So it's workable. You don't want to get into a panic and think, oh, I got to smash these balls and get them open. And that's what Kristina does. She plays tactical straight pool. So she's shooting the 6 ball in the side pocket. That's the easiest shot. And I don't remember what she does with the cue ball here. Okay. That's straight pool speeds too. Ball just rolls to the pocket and rolls in. Now, before shooting, walk over and look where your cue ball is going to go. What angle are you going to get? What can you do? Now, it's possible she could shoot this 13 in the side and draw back, but maybe she's got an angle and she's going to hit the 8. Did you see what she just did? She just motioned with her cue where she wants the cue ball to stop. She pointed at this area. So that tells me that she's got an angle on the 13 and she's trying to bring the cue ball this way, and then she'll shoot the stripe. So what that's doing is that's saying that this 8 ball is the break ball. So she's going to need to shoot the combination, which is an easy combo, and then find some way to get on these balls and get the 15. This ball up table might end up being the key ball for the 8 ball break shot, or it might not. Let's see how it works out. But this is good. I mean, this is a really, really difficult rack. And she's just taking one shot at a time. You know, I thought I had the video paused, but I didn't. That's just how still she is when she's down on the ball. That's great fundamentals. Now, she's looking at the angle for the 1. So if you want the 1 on the side, it's not good enough to just say, I'm going to shoot the 1 on the side next. Which side of the shot do you want to be on? So there's the shot line to the side. She just looked at the angle very carefully because she wants to be on this side so that she can open these balls. Possibly open them and keep a shot on the 15, possibly something else. But good straight pool. This is a difficult rack, so she can't really plan everything. One shot at a time. Keep your cue ball alive. Keep it where she's got a shot. Oh, now that's convenient. That combination ball really took off. That's actually convenient because there's 2 balls up table, and that changes things a lot. She's thinking about what to do. Let's see her get out of the way of the shot. So, yeah, that's really smart. She just went over here and looked. Where does my cue ball need to be to shoot the 15? Because you have a decision here. You have a cluster of balls low, and you have 2 balls up table. But we've already determined that the 8 ball is a break shot, right? So at this point, I look at this and say to myself, I'm going to clear these 4 balls because I've got a massive position zone to get on this 11 ball, and then I can get an angle and use this 5 ball as the key ball, because if I get an angle, a pretty good angle on it, by the way, all you got to do is tap that ball in the pocket, and where does the cue ball go? Straight down into position for the 8 ball break shot. So in this case, I love leaving these 2 balls to the end. That's your K2 and your key ball up there. And I don't remember, I think she does the same. This is a tricky shot though. She's shooting the 1, and I think she's going to bump the 5 out of there, or the 4, whichever that orangish ball is, and preserve a shot on the 15. So that's probably what she was trying to do, or she was trying to hit the 2. But the crucial part there was you don't have to get over anxious and think you have to smash these balls. Keep the cue ball alive. Now, she just went and looked at what angle she needed, because I think she's going to shoot the 2 in the side. I'm a little bit, I don't quite understand why she doesn't shoot this 5. It looks pretty straight. And the cue ball is very close, so there may be hampered cueing, and she doesn't like it for that reason. But I kind of like that. Now that I think about it, though, the 2 ball on the side is a better shot. And why is that? Because after the 2 ball's gone, this orange ball goes here. Actually, after the 2 and the 15 are gone, the orange ball goes here. So she's got this planned out already. 2 in the side, stop shot, cut the 15, and bring the cue ball back over here to shoot the 5 ball there. I do remember now that that's what she does. Yeah, she just looked at that orange ball, but the orange ball is not the right shot because you need to clear the pocket for the orange ball. And that's what shooting this 2 does. Oh, now she's looking. Yeah, that's really smart. Guess what? She went and looked at her angle on that 5 because had she gotten dead straight, she would have shot that 5 right now, because then you have the right angle to shoot the 15 and you just go straight at your K2 ball. So that's really smart. But if you're a little bit off angle, boy, I don't know about you guys, but if you're not perfectly straight on this 5, it's so easy to miss it. You undercut it and hit this point and it doesn't go in. And I think for that could possibly be the reason why she chooses to shoot the 15. Choose the shot that you are more comfortable with. Choose the shot that that is a much higher percentage, the highest percentage shot for you to pocket. And that's what she's doing. Look at that. That's straight pool speed. Ball rolls to the jaws of the pocket and just barely drops in. So she didn't have, she had too much angle to hold the cue ball here to shoot the 5 over there. But this pocket is much better anyway because you're not flirting with your 8 ball. So now she just bring 2 rails, I think, to like this to bring the cue ball to center table. Yeah, something like that. This is really nice. Now, yeah, she's looking at her angle, and she just pointed like this. So she wants this angle. Personally, I think that's a mistake. I want this angle on this ball. For the reason I said. Let's see if she pretty much got the angle that she pointed at. Because with my angle, you're going to go 1 rail, and it's very easy and controllable to just tap that ball in softly, and the cue ball comes straight down. Because she's got less of an angle, she would either have to stun it down or follow 2 rails forward, which is what she's doing. Perfectly still on that shot. Now, she's a little bit short. That cue ball is on the far side of the side pocket. And I think if you and I are looking at this shot, we're going, oh boy, she's got a lot of angle and she's a long way away from the break ball. That's a pretty tough shot. And for me, that's very true because I'm 6 feet 5 inches tall. If I play that shot 2 rails that she just did, I'm trying to get the cue ball here. Why is that? Because I can reach it there. If Kristina put the cue ball here, she wouldn't be able to reach it. It would be a big stretch. This is the perfect position for her cue ball. Look at that. She's a perfectly natural stance. She can reach it. Great position, I would say, on this break shot. Once again, perfectly still head. Just a straight center ball, and she didn't try to overpower the rack, just hard enough to get the cue ball off the rack and get it clear. Another great break shot. And I'm going to show 2 racks. We're going to go ahead and go through this rack as well. I could choose any of the racks in her run, but we'll just choose these 2. They're right next to each other. She took a look at her options. Now, she's got a shot on this 1 ball, and it looks like she kind of has sideboards maybe. Oh, maybe she doesn't have a shot on the 1. If she has a shot on the 1, I'm still not sure it's the correct shot. You'd think it would be good because you'd shoot the 1, and the cue ball would come over here and open this cluster, and then you'll probably have a shot on the 7 or this 3 back this way as insurance balls. Maybe she can't see it. Maybe she thinks this is a higher percentage shot because you do have a chance of overcutting this 1 and hitting the red ball, and then the 1 doesn't fall in the pocket. So perhaps that's what her choice is. I'm not going to second guess it, but this is just like the break shot. Medium stroke, just make sure the cue ball goes forward and comes off those balls. Geez, she made 2 extra balls on that shot. What a great shot. Now, she looks at the natural shot to look at here is to cut this 15 in the corner, and then your cue ball goes this way. So she's going to take a look at that and get ready to shoot it and changes her mind. I'm not quite sure why. Possible. Yeah, no, she's evaluating. Yeah. She's doing a lot. Let me pause this real quick. She evaluated the possibilities, and she just took a look at cutting the 7, and she pointed to here. In other words, she knows that, or actually, she's cutting the 1 ball. She knows that the cue ball is going to hit the 7, knock the 7 over here, and then follow forward off the 7 to this point. Let me just mark that spot. I think that's about where she pointed. I would probably be wanting to shoot this 15 because I think the 15 is going to hit the 10 or this ball and open these balls up a little bit, and you've got 3 insurance balls back this way. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It's possible that she's concerned about she's up against the rail, so that hampers your cueing. Plus, she's forced to hit it with follow. And maybe the angle is such she thinks she's going to hit the 2 ball and come over here. The cue ball will come over here against the rail. That's the only thing I can think of. Regardless, this looks like an extreme back cut. And you might think, oh, I got to blast it. Watch the stroke. No, just make the ball. By the way, I think the cue ball went pretty much exactly where she pointed to, right there. Look at that. She just pointed to here, and that's not good enough. She's going to walk around and look. So once again, she's checking. She wants this angle on the 15. Low angle on the 15 to go up into these balls. Cue ball came up a little bit short, but very close. That's still an A minus. Now she pointed to the 6. Oh, this is so great. She pointed to the 6, and I believe that's to say to herself, this is my break ball. So it's likely one of these could be a key ball, but something else could easily become a key ball. But she's made that decision and then immediately got down and looked at the ghost ball position on pocketing the 15, not in a general sense, but very specifically, where is my cue ball going to go to open these balls up? You want to know where and how, so you know how hard to hit it so that you don't knock these balls up into here and tie them up. And so that you preserve a shot on your insurance ball, which is the 7. Just great straight pool. Just great attentiveness to the details of the game. And that's why you see the 2 ball go where it went. That is not an accident, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. That is a professional pool player who is managing the balls. She knew that she was going to hit the 2, the cue ball was going to stop for a shot on the 7, and she hit it hard enough so that the cue ball would hit the rail of the 2 ball. If the 2 ball went this way, it would hit the rail and come off. If you're playing someone and they hit a shot like this and that ball dribbles over here and freezes against the rail, it doesn't have to be, but that could be a sign that you're playing someone who's not sure what they're doing. I think maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I think she played that with a specific speed, knowing she would hit the 2 ball, and she wanted to hit it with specific speed so it didn't tie up or go to a funny spot. Anyway, now she could shoot the 7, but when you have shape on a ball, she's got shape on this 10. The 10 is kind of tied up with these, so it'd be great to shoot it now if you can. Okay, did you see her point? She just pointed to right here. So it didn't quite hit the point, but she's got the angle, and this is the perfect shot. It would have been a mistake, in my opinion. Now she's pointing again. She's looking at the angle to shoot one of these balls in the side pocket. But it would have been a mistake to shoot that 10 and play the cue ball to here, which is what a lot of people would do, thinking, oh, then I've got a shot on this ball on the side. Well, if this is a cue ball, if this stripe ball is a cue ball, you have the same shot. So use this ball to get on those balls, because this is in a bit of a trouble ball situation. It doesn't do you any good over here. So you don't want to shoot this ball on the side, then have to do something else to come back around and get on this ball, and then move the cue ball somewhere else. No, this is perfect straight pool. Use that ball to get on these balls on the side. Also, when you have 2 balls above the side pocket, you want to get rid of one. Just leave one key ball for your break shot. Don't leave 2 of them thinking 2 is better than 1. They're not. So now there's a number of ways to run these remaining balls. I'm not a big fan of the pattern that she chose, but she just pointed to about here, and that's to get straight in on this pink ball over here. So that tells you what the end pattern is. It's 1, 2, 3, and then bring the cue ball this way to get straight in on this ball in the side pocket. This is the key ball, the 4th ball. So I'm not a huge fan of this end pattern. If your speed control is good and you get the cue ball there, it's perfect. Nothing wrong with it. But the reason why I don't like it is the 7 ball is a key ball. If your speed is long, if the cue ball stops here, it's terrible. If it's here, it's workable, but you're having to do a lot of work to send the cue ball up and back in order to get on the 6 ball break shot. I prefer this ball as either the K2 or the key ball. And you know, shooting this pink ball in this pocket as a key ball means you want your cue ball below the shot line. That way you can either draw up or go to the rail and out. Okay? But we don't have a great K2 to get on that shot. But you do have a great K2 to get on this pink ball in this pocket. And that's the Mike Siegel's favorite key ball, which is this would be the K2, because then you just cut this ball in the corner and your cue ball goes 2 rails to break ball position. I think that's what I prefer. But as I mentioned last week or the week before, The wrong shot executed well is way better than the right shot executed poorly. So she's committed to this end pattern and hits it perfectly. And that's everything in my book. Now look at what she just did. She's a short player, so she's got to be careful, but this is very wise for all of us to do. How simple is this shot? It's a stop shot to get on the 7. Why would you need to go over and look at it? You know why? Because she's a professional, that's why. And that's what professionals do. That's just great straight pool. Just walk over, it takes 2 seconds, and check and make sure, do I want a stop shot, or do I want to stun the cue ball forward, or do I want to draw it back? Get perfect. That's what you need to do. And she really does in order to get on her key ball well. So, yet again, great example of professional pool. So she knew exactly what angle she wanted. She preserved this slight angle like this to get up on her key ball. Now, yeah, see, she just pointed to right here, so let's see how she does. But before she shoots, I'll point something out. A lot of people who are trying to get straight in on this ball are going to draw their cue ball up here and then off the rail. And that's a mistake, because if you mishit it, you're frozen to the rail. That's bad. And also, you have a very short distance to judge right here. In contrast, Kristina is going to send the cue ball directly to the rail and spin it up. So now you have a bigger distance. It's easier to judge this, and you're guaranteed that your cue ball is going to be this far away from the rail. So you're going to have a very comfortable bridge in case if you need to do something to shoot that cue ball in the side pocket. Looks like a really subtle detail, but boy, is that important. See how much easier it is to just stroke that ball smoothly, and it's heading right up into the zone. So maybe I'm going to change my mind, and that's a better end pattern than the ones that I pointed out. And if you notice, she took a real good look at exactly what angle she's going to have, and she stunned the cue ball forward like half a ball. That wasn't unintentional. That was very purposeful. 2 great racks in a row, and of course this is a 124 ball run. That is a very respectable run in anyone's book. Let's take a look at her break shot. And I remember what she does, but I can guarantee you, based on the other break shots we've seen, she's got almost a parallel angle, a little bit outside, and I'll bet she's going to hit below center and just stun the cue ball. Well, it might go to the side rail, but the cue ball is going to move 18 inches. She's not going to try and blast the rack. Just get the 4, 5, 6 perimeter balls open and keep the cue ball under control. Watch how still her head is. That is a professional shot, and she only has one shot, the one ball. But she shoots the one, comes over here, opens these up a little, and has insurance balls here, and gets through this rack as well. No big surprise. Keep your eyes out for Kristina Tkach when you get a chance to see her play, because this is top-level pool, and you are going to see a lot of her. You've already seen a lot of her in the years since this straight pool run, and you're going to see more. Thanks for watching. See you next week.